Okay, we've got a couple now. Just sit really still so they think it's frozen to play.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay. Afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to June Company and Cake Facebook Live. Hope this finds you well. I think we're doing okay here, aren't we? Longer, greyer hair. Slightly fat around the middle because of the cake and all the good living. Slightly browner skin, actually going out and getting sunshine and fresh air. Normally I'm like
Speak for yourself.
Normally I'm like a vampire. So yeah, it's not all bad, but it's a bit of a weird situation. So this is our third Company and Cake Live now, so we're sort of hopefully getting the hang of it, and hopefully you are as well, working out how to join in. Let us know that you're there. Give us a hello or a comment or something, just so that we can see you there. Let us know that you've got your brew. Got me a cup of coffee. Mum's got her cup of tea. We've got the homemade cake. We've got lemon cake and cherry Madeira.
Made this morning.
Freshly made this morning. So let us know what it is that you've got as well. So what's been happening since last month? You had a birthday.
Yes.
Thank you to everybody that sent messages via Facebook for Mum's birthday. What else has been happening since last month? Obviously we did the VE Day thing. That was quite good. That was quite considering the lockdown. Everybody seemed to sort of get involved with that. What else has been happening?
Not a lot.
Not much really, has it? It seems to have rolled around really, really quickly. With actually nothing happening. Been doing some more gardening. Got lots going on in the garden now. You're quite green fingered this year, really, aren't you? We've got 4 tubs of plants, petunias.
5.
5 tubs.
Yes.
5.
5. Yeah. 2 there, and 1 on the slab on the lawn.
Oh right, yeah. So what we've got: petunias, lobelia, geraniums.
Yeah. And in the greenhouse, ready for me thing, I've got me gazanias that I've grown from seed, and me nemesia that I've grown from seed. When we can get up and do the trough outside the tea room.
Yeah. We've also got some vegetables, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got runner beans. And I've got some sunflowers.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the sunflowers.
And some butternut squash.
Let's just... No, that doesn't work. I thought I was turning on the comments because nobody's commented or liked or anything yet. I don't know if you are and I can't see them, but we could just be sitting here talking to ourselves at the minute for all we know. Butternut squash.
Mm-hmm.
You've got some spare, haven't you?
If anybody wants any plants, yeah.
We love roasted butternut squash, and a couple of millennia ago, I don't know how long ago it was now, probably about 4 or 5 weeks ago, was it? We had some butternut squash and we decided to save the seeds, dried them out, and Mum took a punt and chucked them in a pot with some soil, and they've all come up. We've already given 2 away. We've got, how many? 5. No, how many have we got ourselves?
Oh, I don't know now.
We've got some for ourselves, but if anybody would like a butternut squash plant, just let us know and we can sort that out, because we've got some going spare. So they're just quite easy to, well, we don't know, we've never done it before, but I'm guessing they're like the other sort of squash family things, like the courgettes and the marrows and the pumpkins and stuff. So if anybody would like a butternut squash plant grown from scratch by these fair hands, just let us know. We can
fair hands.
Yeah, well, And the runner beans in the garden are going well.
The tomatoes in the greenhouse.
Tomatoes are going well. It's really lucky that you've got someone that keeps watering them for you.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, somebody's just said, yeah, I'm not getting the comments at the minute. Why am I not getting your comments? Oh, don't know what I pressed there. Why can't I see my comments? I have no idea. Oh, there we go. We'll put them on here instead. Right. I'm just going to have to turn that off. There we go. We'll try again, shall we? So, yeah. Well, afternoon, Linda. Afternoon, Jeff. Afternoon, Anne. Afternoon, Jill. Afternoon, Reg and Jane. I had to stop and read that. I'm hoping that you've made a typo there, Reg, because you've put "we have coffee and everyday fruitcake," and then it says Jane's naked. But I'm thinking that's meant to say made or baked, maybe. But it currently says that Jane's naked, unless that's your thing. I don't know. Christine has asked if the Alströmera is flowering.
Yes.
It's just coming into bud, isn't it? It's on its way.
Yes.
Quite
pleased with it.
Yeah,
yes.
You're proper chuffed with that, aren't you?
I am. Yes.
Hi, Sharon. Hi, Jill. Oh, yeah, we've seen that. Yeah, and then Anne's just told me which button to press. Oh, welcome, Pat. You've made it. Afternoon. So glad you found us. You haven't missed much. We've just been waffling on about what drinks we've got and what cake we've got, for those of you that missed it. This is our homemade cake from this morning.
Needless to say, Mummy made it.
Yes. Well, I was busy.
Oh.
I was in a meeting with my duvet at the time, so it was a very important meeting. So Reg is trying to get rid of his butternut squash plants anyway. So there we go. Can't give them away for love nor money at the minute anyway. So welcome everyone. Thanks for joining us. We can actually see your comments now, so do keep communicating with us. Let us know what you're up to. Let us know what you've been doing in the past 4 weeks since last we met, and let us know what you're growing in your garden. Maybe we've got loads going on. We were just talking about the runner beans, weren't we? We did put them out a little bit early this year, and the first ones did get the frost, but they seem to have survived. There's only the big leaves got damaged, didn't they? They seem to be survived, but you planted up the second lot and put them out as well. So we are going to have an absolute gluttony of runner beans.
Good, because I love runner beans.
Yeah, but I don't even like runner beans.
I do.
I dug the ground where they went. I helped you put the canes up, or predominantly you helped me put the canes up. And I've been watering them every night, and yet I don't even like them. Dear. Oh, pleased to say that Jane is not naked. It was meant to say baked. It is too cold to be naked. I'm glad to hear it. There is a real change in the weather today, and that's probably our fault, because we planned to have a barbecue today. We've had weeks and weeks of baking sunshine. Everybody else has had barbecues. We were a bit slow off the mark. Decided when I went to do the shopping on Monday, I know, we'll have a barbecue this week. Bought all the burgers and the kebabby bits and all the gubbins. Didn't do it Monday because I was out in the afternoon. Didn't do it yesterday. Thought, oh no, we'll do it Wednesday. And there, grey, cold, and it's been spitting with rain. So if anybody wants to blame anyone for the change in the weather, blame sits here. How can I not like runner beans? I just don't know, Anne. I don't like them. I think it's the texture. I don't like the flavour much either, but the texture of them, they're a bit sort of velvety and furry.
No, they're not.
Pat would have loved a plant, but we don't know how we're going to get them to her before. They'll probably be grown and fruited before we next see her. Jill's been busy volunteering and with the Ramsey COVID-19 Action Group. That sounds very impressive. Well done to you, Jill. you can't sit still for 5 minutes anyway, whether there's a virus going on or not. So, but that's probably because you're fueled by neat coffee most of the time. Great in a bean salad with spring onions. Yeah, you're not winning me over, Anne. I just don't. I like. There's a lot of beans I do like. I like kidney beans and I like baked beans, which are cannellini beans, obviously. And I like. What are the other beans I like? No, that's it. How do you grow them? How do we grow what, the butternut squash? Just stick them in the ground and let them do the thing, I think, Jeff. We've never grown them before, so we're finding out, but I think they're just the same as all the other sort of squash families. So it never takes so long to start on the cake, does it? What are we, like 5 minutes in? Oh, 10 minutes in, and you're on the cake already. So, what have we got to talk about today?
Don't know.
That's the end of that conversation then. Mother only had her dinner about an hour ago.
Only had a sandwich.
You did only have a sandwich, to be fair. We've got quite into daytime telly, actually, which is getting quite sad. Popped into town this morning and we were getting back at about 12:20, looked at the clock in the car and was like, oh, we're missing Bargain Hunt. I mean, it's become a thing, isn't it, when you're sort of panicking about missing daytime telly. We've always quite liked Bargain Hunt, though, to be honest, haven't we? But it's got quite sort of like, oh, Bargain Hunt's on. Even to the stage where of an evening, you'll put the thingy ones on Challenge and that, won't you, on the Sky channels.
Antiques Road Trip.
Antiques Road Trip and Bargain Hunt. We've also, because sort of it's around lunchtime when we're still sort of normally sitting here having a cup of tea, we've also sort of started watching Doctors. I don't know if anybody watches Doctors, but as soaps go, it's a bit soft in places, isn't it? That's a bit of a fen word, soft. It's a bit silly in places, but we've sort of got into it a little bit, haven't we? Although we did turn it off today, but that's because we'd got plans. With the changing rules, is there any sign of you reopening? Well, lots of people have been asking us this lately. We've provisionally sort of got a date which is the same as the hairdressers and all the other sort of type businesses of 4th of July. That said, it could be that, then it could be later than then. It depends what guidelines and restrictions are given to us, or any hospitality business in that regard, as to what you have to do in order to open. Because that's how I'm understanding it. It's like the hairdressers, they can open on the 4th of July, but they have to have PPE for all the staff. They have to only allow customers in when it's their appointment time. They're not allowed to do this, they're not allowed to do that and the other. And so depending on what regulations and restrictions we get given, and if and how we can adhere to them, being such a small place, is going to depend on if we can open on the 4th of July, whether it's delayed. So I just missed a couple of comments here. Michelle's watching, and Norma. Afternoon to you both.
Yes, and I've got some lemon cake.
Yeah, you got your favourite today, Michelle. So lemon cake.
I made it this morning, Michelle, so it's neat and fresh.
Christine watches Doctors as well, but she said it's nothing like that in real life. Yeah, I can well imagine. So back to, Jeff, so that's basically it. We've provisionally got a date of the 4th of July, but as with a lot of places, it depends on whether you can comply with the restrictions and regulations as to whether we can do it. So that's sort of our target date, really, but it depends entirely. With us being a small place and with Mum having being in the high risk group, we have to weigh up whether it's worth doing what they say we can do or not. So we're just playing it by ear at the minute. It's always a weird thing to say, isn't it, playing it by ear? I understand it, but it's a weird thing.
We'll just have to let Michelle do it.
Michelle could do it on her own. We'll see whether she replies to that or not. Jeff doesn't watch any soaps. He turns them over as soon as they all come on. Michelle's coming round in a minute for a lemon cake, apparently.
Oh, right.
I've seen how quick she walks, so I don't dispute that. Maybe I should eat this slice really, really quickly so it's gone by the time she gets here.
There's a whole loaf. Well, no, there's not a whole loaf.
Don't tell her that. Could have done with a bit more lemon, maybe.
Yeah.
But then we only had
They
what we had.
they were little lemons. Because that's all you could get.
Why don't you speak while I've got a mouthful of cake?
I was drinking a cup of tea at the time.
Jill's put, I wonder if they'd chosen 4th of July because it's Independence Day and we would gain some of our independence back.
Nice one.
Who knows?
Nice one. Never thought of that.
Yeah. So, what else have we got to tell these lovely people today? And what have we got to talk to them about?
No idea. I should probably think of something when we're off.
When we're in about an hour, when we've signed off
and
we've got dry mouth from talking too much, you'll say, I know what I should have said.
Yeah.
That normally happens. We've got quite a few people join. See, the interesting thing is we've got 11 people watching us today, and the last actual physical company and cake we did back in whatever month it was.
March.
Was it March?
Must have been.
How many did we have turn up? 3? 4? Wasn't many, was it?
No.
So it's quite interesting that more people come online to watch us.
The other one.
Phil's joined. Than actually turns up in person. So that's quite an interesting thing. Phil's put, I like my t-shirt. Second person today. This is my my guinea pig t-shirt with a parody t-shirt. Your fame is getting out there. Yes, it's the third time we've been live on the internet making complete Egypts of ourselves for people to watch. If that's what fame is, then yeah, why not? Oh dear. What was I saying before that?
I don't know.
I can't remember now. I can't remember what I was saying. So, on the starlings again. So I've been busy feeding the birds.
And the hedgehog.
I was coming to that. You've spoilt the surprise now.
Oh, sorry.
Been busy feeding the birds. Started off just putting a few bits out because I was spending time in the garden with my camera and I was trying out wildlife photography. So I was putting a few bits out. But now it's kind of that thing where they expect it. And you see them sitting on the fence in the morning before I've gone out there. It's almost like they're going, come on, what time do you go this? We've had, early on, we had a song thrush. I managed to capture a picture of a song thrush in the garden. There's a robin that flutters about. Lots and lots of little tree sparrows because they live in the Lalandi trees that are massively high in next door's garden.
That's 16 feet high.
And then mostly recently, all we've had is starlings. They're quite funny to watch though. People think starlings are horrible birds. They're just kind of like, well, you know. But actually they're quite funny. We've had the little fledglings come. And I got a photograph of one and it just looked so cute because it had got all these little fluffy tufts of feathers. And they're quite plain brown when they're fledglings, whereas as they get older they get those sort of shiny kind of like purple and green they get in their plumage, but the little fledglings, and it was quite funny the other day. I managed to watch them as the parents were feeding the babies, so that was quite nice. The goldfinches have still been quite elusive, to be honest. I think I need to maybe try some more Niger seeds, because I did get one on the top of the holly tree once, but other than that they seem to be 2 doors up in John's garden, aren't they? And then it was about a couple of weeks ago, we had a hedgehog. Spotted a hedgehog in the garden as well. We had one before, a couple of years ago we had one, didn't we? I mean, we've probably had them since then, but noticeable. I was out watering the beans that I don't even like, and this little hedgehog came waddling across the garden, came out from that side and headed across that side. I was like, oh, that was sweet. So I put some of the mealworms out that I'd got for the birds, and then I was watering another night and happened to spot it. It came waddling out about 9 o'clock, and I took a picture of it on my phone, put it on a Facebook page called Nature of the Fens, and I was told off, in a nice way, but told off, you're not supposed to feed mealworms to hedgehogs, despite the fact that was always the thing that you were supposed to do. You was always told, oh yeah, hedgehogs love mealworms. Apparently they're only suitable as a treat. So if a hedgehog comes along and finds mealworms that have fallen off the bird table or something, that's fine, but you shouldn't feed them a dish of mealworms, because there's no nutrients in it whatsoever, and it can cause loss of nutrients in their body, or they don't have enough of certain nutrients and they get all painful joints and stuff. So I was told off on the Fens group for feeding mealworms. So little trip up to Helen and Phil in the pet shop to get some cat biscuits, and I've been feeding it cat biscuits ever since. A little dish of water, a little dish of cat biscuits. I dug out a little wooden house about yay big, what I used to have from my guinea pigs, put that in the garden, and every night now, just about 9 o'clock, this little hedgehog comes, waddles into the house, into the little hedgehog house, and sits in there eating cat biscuits. So that's quite nice. We're attracting quite a lot of wildlife into the garden now. I just wish we could get wildlife that would help us get rid of the weeds, because that's a lot of weeds. Having said that, where we've got the bird feeders, where they tip all the bird seed out, we've now got things growing from the bird seed, haven't we? So we're probably going to get all sorts growing. We've actually got, we did actually buy some sunflower seeds, which we planted and got going and started planting around the lawn. And now...
Didn't buy them.
Well, I wasn't going to tell them that.
They were free.
We got them free. We got them free from the Royal Horticultural Society, because we get a magazine sent via Chartreuse in Bloom. That's the thing, really. So, but now we've got more free ones growing, because the sunflower hearts in the birdseed mix and stuff. Oh no, I actually bought some sunflower hearts, didn't I? Mm. And the birds scatter them everywhere, and so we've got stuff like that growing as well. Hi Terry. Terry's just joined us as well now.
No, I'm not eating all the cake.
Well, you're giving it a good go.
I've ate my 2 slices, that's all.
Okay. You can just talk for a minute.
So, Michelle? No, I'm not eating all the lemon cake. Mark will probably do that when he gets home.
Yeah. I don't know if he likes lemon cake though.
He likes the cherry Madeira.
Mm.
And there's still a bit of Sultana Madeira in the container.
Jules put, loved your photos of the Great Fen. It's a wonderful place to walk around. I've never been there before. Was it a week ago today, I think it was. I was going over to Bury in Ramsey, not Bury, Greater Manchester, because I'd got my granddad's medals. we'd had 2 originals, and then we bought the replacement one so that we'd got all 3. And then we were sorting, or you were sorting some of Dad's stuff out, and we found the 3rd original medal. So, cut a long story short, I took them over to the guy at Bury that does all the medal mounting. He took the replacement one off and put the original one on for me. So I was going over to pick them up, and I thought, while I'm out, I'd quite like to just take my camera and go somewhere, but I had no idea to go. So I messaged one of my camera club buddies and said, do you know anywhere around Ramsey where you can go and be suitable for photos? And she said, there's the Great Fen. So she sent me the postcode, put it into my phone. When I left Tim's with my medals, put the postcode in my phone, and off I went. Found it really easy. It's such an amazing place. It's partly closed off at the moment. The visitor centre and the car park is closed, but you can go further down the road and park alongside the river, and it's just an amazing walk. Didn't see a lot of birds because I only did a really short walk on that first day because I was on my own, and I felt a bit conscious of not getting lost because I don't have a great sense of direction. All the proper bird hides are closed off as well anyway, so you can't actually get in them. But even so, just to have a walk around, it is a really, really lovely place. So I would recommend, if anybody wants to go somewhere outdoorsy, Great Fen, Ramsey, or what is it, Walton Fen, I forget all the proper names it's got, is a really, really good place to go. Mum's cherry cake is proper lovely, Michelle, I've got to say. Burton's garage is closing at the end of June. Wow, didn't know that. I go there a lot. I get my car serviced there, so that's a bit of a concern, actually. That's a shame. Hope that's not true, but Jan's joined. Hi, Jan. Hope you're well. It seems sunflower hearts grow just as easy as the butternut squash. We also have loads in the boat, yeah.
Jeff asked, do you have to have proper bird feeders?
Oh, did he? Where was that? I missed that one. Oh, do you find that birds will only use certain feeders? I've only got one proper bird feeder, Jeff, actually, and that's one with the peanuts in. We've got hanging on the pear tree, and the sparrows are really the only ones that use that because they're the only ones sort of really small enough. I think we did have a great tit go there once, but I've not seen it very often. The other feeders I've got are basically plastic dishes from plant pots, trays and that kind of thing, screwed to a tree stump. It's not very elegant, it's very DIY. And then the only other thing I've got is a
plastic mug.
Is a plastic mug wire twined to a hibiscus bush, which I put the fat balls in. So yeah, it's not very elegant. So I find that we get all sorts come to the trays on the top there. The starlings, we get pigeons, the robin and that, they went all there as well. So not really. It is true, they put a statement out yesterday. Oh, I follow Burton Brothers on Facebook, but I didn't see that, so I'll have to check that out. I'm going to have to find out what's happening with that, because September, my car's due for a service, so I shall have to sort that out. So that's disappointing, that, really. It does seem, whether it's connected with the COVID or not, I don't know, but there does seem to be a lot of places that are having to shut down as a result of the COVID thing. They can't continue for whatever reason. Let's hope it doesn't happen to too many in Chatteris.
If the bloke's retiring and the son ain't going to take over, well, he can't, because all the rest of the staff would leave anyway, wouldn't they?
No. I wouldn't have said that on it, really, but...
Hey? You what?
I don't know if he is retiring. Oh, he is retiring. Oh.
He's how many? 80?
He is 80, yeah.
Good grief.
Somebody did tell me that, actually, before. They was knocking on a bit. I think it was last time I had my car serviced, actually. and I was talking to the guy in the who does the service centre. He told me then, I think, that he was getting on a bit.
Mm.
The garage is separate though, isn't it? Because it's a shell garage, so I'm sure anybody would take that on. That's a real shame.
You'll have to find somewhere else to take it, wouldn't you?
The thing is, I really liked Burton Brothers because I've been going there for a long time, and it's the sort of place where going to a garage on your own as a woman can sometimes feel a bit intimidating, but they were always really, really lovely, and they never made you feel, you know, whatever. So
whatever is.
This cherry cake, Michelle, I don't think you'd like it.
Norma would.
I don't know. I don't think anyone would like it. I think the safest thing is for us to keep it ourselves.
Well, it won't be there long anyway.
We've done quite a lot of baking, haven't we?
Yeah.
Since we've been off.
That much that we've got to have a new cook delivered tomorrow.
Yeah, the cooker's given up the go. I think I mentioned it last time. Somebody said about doing cookery lessons online like this, but I can't. I can't do the internet at the tea room, and the oven here was crap. That was what I basically said. And Anne's going to put up a fence. Thanks, Anne. Thanks for joining us. We will stay safe and well. Red just said that we're going to have to hoover up soon because I keep brushing my crumbs on the floor. Yeah. Mum did tell me to have a plate. Mum got a plate, and I was like, no, I'm not having a plate. I don't need a plate.
She don't do the hoovering up very often.
I will have to get the hoover out. Robert, that's the name of the guy. Yes, parts and service. That's who I was chatting to last time I had my service done. Yeah, nice guy. I got on really well with Robert. I'm just going to eat another piece of cake.
She's been on a diet all the week.
It's like one tiny little thin piece of cake.
Yeah, all right. Apart from the fact that that's your second bit, you've had a bit of lemon, now you've got cherry.
Yeah, but it's like I'm only doing it to be sociable, aren't I?
If you say so.
You can't have company and cake and provide the company but not have the cake. Everyone else is sitting there eating cake. If I didn't sit here eating cake, it'd be rude. Wouldn't it?
If you say so.
Nick said, where's his cake? Well, I don't know, Nick. I'm afraid it's a bit of a help yourself today. If there's any consolation, ours was lovely. Freshly made this morning. Exactly, dear. On a diet for the rest of the week, just to prepare for today.
All right.
I might as well put the rest of these crumbs on the floor now as well, mightn't I? But you're the only one eating cake. Well, no, other people did have cake as well. Further up, somebody did say they'd had cake. And it is the idea of company and cake that everybody has cake. If you don't provide it yourself, that's not my problem. I mean, you know, the clue is in the title, isn't it? Don't you think? Nice. Well, it was the last crumb, so it might as well go on the floor with all the rest of them. And then at least it's worth getting the hoover out for.
Yeah. Well,
you don't want to get the hoover out for just 2 little bits, do you? You might as well make it a worthwhile job.
Yeah.
So, what, I think we asked this the last 2 times as well, but there's been a lot on online about people learning a lot of new skills, pardon me, while they've been in lockdown. So, what have you done? What new skills have you done since we've been off?
No new skills. I need to little girl's cardigan, and I'm on my second one. That's all.
Well, you did the blanket first, crocheted the blanket.
Yeah.
Knitted a cardigan, you're on your second one. So you're basically reinventing skills, revisiting skills from previously.
Yeah.
I suppose I am as well a bit, really. I don't think I've done any new skills. I am revisiting skills that maybe I neglected while I was working. It's company and watching cake. It's actually company and watching Tina spill crumbs, I think is what it actually is. Yeah, revisiting skills. So my photography, obviously, I've got quite into while I've been off, been able to go places and the birds in the garden, and I say go places, only sort of locally. Monday was the furthest going with Ramsey.
You did the tractor thing.
But I also went out and watched, 2 weeks ago I went and watched the NHS lorry convoy and did photographs of that down at Jack's, and then got in the car and tried to get ahead of it, but I couldn't get ahead of it. But I picked it up again, Doddington Way and then Benwick Way. And then last week I went and saw the tractor run that they were doing for Magpass, which was fantastic. Went over to Doddington Court, it's the start of that, and then got ahead of it and picked it up again in Wimbledon. So that was quite good. And Cam's Times used a few of my photos for their online piece. Whether they'll publish any or not, I don't know. So that's quite good. Welcome, Angela. Nice to have you with us. Michelle's busy sewing and creating bags, keeping me out of trouble.
Did you ask how Leon and Felicity are?
Oh, did she? Oh yeah, so she did. How are Leon and Felicity? Yeah, seem to be going okay.
Yeah, not staying in at all, are they?
Not so much now, no. We early on I got in touch with them and asked them if they needed any shopping, and I think I got stuff for them about once, maybe twice. Excuse me, twice, didn't I? Kept in touch with them because Felicity had a birthday, Leon had a birthday, and then Mum had a birthday, and so either Leon came here and dropped a card off, or I went there and dropped a card off for them. So we've kept in touch with them, and they seem to be doing absolutely fine. So yeah, all good there. Reg and Jane have been revisiting their hippie side, and they've done tie-dyeing. So they've got some rather colourful t-shirts. I remember doing that when I was a teenager. Do you remember? I had a plain white t-shirt, and I think I did it purple. I think I've still got it, actually.
I won't be a bit surprised.
I'm one for not throwing things away. I'll keep that. It might come in handy, or I might lose weight and it might still fit me eventually, but it doesn't normally happen. Linda's joined. Hi, Linda. Thank you for joining us. Nice to hear from you. We're just talking about what new skills or people have picked up during the quarantine, or any revisited skills that people are having time to go back to. I will pass on that, Jill, next time I see Leon and Felicity, that you've asked about them, and that you say hi. So yeah, I was doing my photography, and I just bought a brand new set of guitar strings, and I've restrung my guitar, and I'm going to try.
Oh my God. This is a new one.
Yeah, I didn't tell you about that, did I?
I wonder why.
I had 2 parcels come on Sunday. Well, one was the car charger that I was talking about when we went into town this morning, and the other one, the little one, was a full new set of guitar strings. Because I've had my guitar since I was about, 10? Never really learnt to play it properly, like making a noise on it, and then subsequently it sort of stood in the corner as something to look at,
Gathering the dust.
Gathers the dust. And I was dusting my room the other day, and I thought, actually, do you know what? While I'm off, I could probably have a little go, with like YouTube and stuff now. You can pick things up quite quickly. Don't pull a face. So I thought, well, stood there quite a while, so I thought I'll restring it. So I bought a new set of strings, and I restrung it on Sunday evening, tuned it, and I was practicing like one chord, an A chord, but it really hurt my fingers. I had to press so hard on the strings because for the first time ever it was actually tuned as it was supposed to be tuned, and that meant the strings were so taut, and I was pressing down to make an A chord, and I was like, oh, that really hurts. And the guy on the video said,
Good.
It will hurt for a while, but you'll get used to it.
Pity.
So we'll see. Well, I mean, you know, you're asleep most of the evening, so, and I can only really do it up until about 9 o'clock, because then that's when I have to go out and water your runner beans that I don't even eat. And 2, Mark goes to bed about that time because he gets up early, so I can't do it too much. So, but I might give that a go. So we've got some more people joined us now. So hi Cheryl, nice to have you with us. Hi Sarah, nice to have you with us. Well, I'm guessing you're at work, maybe, or not. So we've just been talking about, what have we talked about? We've talked about what we've got growing in the garden. We've talked about baking. We've talked about what new skills or revisited skills people are doing during the lockdown. So if you've got anything to share with us, put it in the comments, ping them across, let us know. Michelle hopes all the customers are staying safe and well. And that you don't look keen on the guitar idea.
Well, Eileen's safe because she wants to know when we're going to open again.
Yeah. I mean, there's quite a few that we've seen and heard of, and obviously there's the ones on Facebook that we can keep in touch with. But there's some of the older ones, obviously, that don't do technology that we've got no idea about. What day was it? Last Friday, I dropped some shopping off for a friend of mine. Well, I think he's still watching actually. Terry, who lives just down the road, dropped a couple of bits off that I'd got from the shop for him, and then the 2 of us walked around just around the corner, social distancing obviously, and knocked on the door of another lady who's just started becoming a regular customer of ours, Mrs. Hicks, and went to pay her a visit, and she was absolutely thrilled to bits to see me. She really was. She'd only lost her husband, I think, late last year, didn't she? Or was it earlier this year? I can't remember now.
Late. No, I don't know now.
And she'd started coming in predominantly on a Saturday, bit of company and having a lunch. And she'd been in lockdown. Obviously because she's of a certain age, she'd been going out for a walk and that, so she was really pleased to see me, and at some point probably take you down and see her as well, won't we? Go and have a chat. So there's some that we can keep in touch with, but there's a lot that we don't know. I mean, like Audrey, several people, Mrs. Hicks actually asked about Audrey, but haven't seen anybody to ask, don't know how she is or whatever. So hopefully the rest of them are staying safe and well, but we just don't know. So if you know anybody that is a customer of ours that are not on Facebook or on any social media, let us know that you've seen them and they're well, or if you see them, let them know that we're asking about them. Are you planning to serenade the customers when you reopen?
No. You're going to be in the kitchen, hopefully.
That's answered that then for you, Reg. I have serenaded 3 people in the last month, to be honest. When it was Felicity's birthday, I went round, knocked on their door, and as soon as she opened the door, I started singing happy birthday. I did the same for Leon's birthday, and then I did the same for Michelle's birthday.
I didn't get one.
What?
A serenade.
Well, look how you just reacted to my singing. The suggestion of my singing. There was like a flat, immediate no.
No, I'm talking about guitar.
You haven't heard me play the guitar.
All right.
I could be, you know, like I could be Carlos Santana.
Oh yeah, whoever he is.
I could be really good. I mean, I've had it a long time. I've had it a very long time.
You've had them both a long time.
Well, yeah, because...
But you've had an organ even longer.
No, I
A
haven't.
keyboard.
I haven't. I haven't had that longer than I've had my guitar. Not the proper full-size one.
Yeah. Flash in the pan.
No, they're not. They're not. They're just... It's just not practical. Is it? I mean, at one time, I did have my keyboard out in my room all the time. And then I needed somewhere to put my knickers. So I had to have a set of drawers. So the thing had to go. Not that I've got that many pairs of knickers. I should just add that. There was just a, paraphrasing.
Yeah, they just filled the others up with junk.
Yeah, I have got a lot of junk, to be honest, but that's the problem, you see, when you just confined to one room.
Your brother's not.
Well, yeah, but
He's confined to 2 rooms.
I could be the next Brian May. Yeah, I haven't really got the hair for that though, Michelle, have I?
I have.
You have. The way it's going, by the time Hair on the Park opens, you are going to look like Brian May.
Yeah. So we have a ponytail.
Oh, that would be brilliant. You could. We could do like a double act if we're still doing Company and Cake live at the beginning of July, and you haven't been to the hairdressers. You could do Brian May, and I'll do like Freddie Mercury or something. Yeah, we could. Johnny D does that, so why can't we do it?
Mm.
I think that would, that's a surefire way to get more viewers next time. Either that, or we'll surefire way of losing all the viewers next time. Well, maybe people are now going to be hoping that we're going to be open instead of having to do another Facebook Live. Put them into a false sense of security. And do the normal Company and Cake if the tea room's open, and you could come down from upstairs, like Brian May, and then I'll come down as my Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
Oh, just a message popped up. Good. Okay, so I'm guessing people's internet keeps popping out because we keep getting these notifications that people are joining, and I thought they were already joined, but my screen's gone a bit fuzzy as well, so maybe it's us, I don't know.
Trevor Incident been on?
Oh no. I don't know who has and who hasn't anyway, so afternoon if you have just joined us, everybody. Welcome to what month? June Company and Cake Live. This is our 3rd one. Finished a cup of coffee now, finished the cake. Still got another sort of 20 minutes or go. So no, I haven't. Only about 10 minutes or so to go now till we close. So let us know in the comments that you're there. Let us know of anything that you want to share with us. If you've had any new skills that you've picked up during the lockdown, or any skills that you've revisited during the lockdown, what you've been up to in the last month since we did the last one. Just wondered what you were up to there. And yeah, just put them in the comments so that we can see what you're up to, see what you've been up to. This might be the last one. We don't know. But come July, we could be open properly and doing normal Company and Cake. In which case, we'll have the dominoes out and the Beetle game and the jigsaws out. I can't remember actually. Maybe Reg and Jane can remind me whether you were halfway through a jigsaw or whether you did actually manage to finish the last one that you were doing. If not, there's still a half completed jigsaw on the roll upstairs.
And we've got about 20 more now.
Have we?
Yeah.
What?
Leon gave me those 5 jigsaws with a 4 in.
Oh right. So yeah, we really need to get back to proper Company and Cake then, because we've got loads of jigsaws to do. Pat's got a new skill that she's added. It's called overeating.
Oh, right.
I don't think you're alone in that. I did put a thing on Facebook about, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago that it basically said, this is the growing season. I planted myself on the sofa 2 weeks ago and I've grown exponentially or whatever it was, which is why I am now actually, I won't say I'm on a diet, but I am trying to be good, because I did really go a bit mad at the beginning of the lockdown. He thinks they finished the jigsaw. That's good, because that would be really weird going back to a jigsaw that you started like 4 months ago. Jeff's getting an expert at wearing out the sofa. I think there's a lot of people doing that, but you need to get over to Great Fen, Jeff, and take your lens and go over there and see what you can get, because that's quite a good place. And I think you'll find it easier to drive down there in your car rather than in a bus like you did last time you went down Chapel Lane, that is. So yes,
Rachel, I don't think we finished.
oh, I don't think we had finished.
No.
Oh, beg your pardon, I only quickly read it.
I didn't think they
I
had.
can't remember which one they were doing now, actually.
Because 1 month Jan and Rick couldn't come, and then the next month Reg and Jane didn't come.
Oh, right, yeah. Another £5 on Google Earth will label me as a roundabout. I've seen that comment somewhere else on Facebook, actually, previously. Yeah, it's I think it's a weird person, I think, that says they haven't put weight on during the lockdown. If they're sort of staying at home, if they're a person that is still a key worker and they're still going about their normal life, then it's fine. But if they've actually changed their routine and they're at home more, if you haven't put weight on, what's wrong with you, you weirdos? Because everybody must be doing it. Because it's just sort of that, you sort of think that you eat when you're bored, or you eat differently, or, you know, I mean, like at work, we'd perhaps eat on the hoof or have something quick or whatever. Although, personally, I think we've ate better, like evening meals, haven't we?
Healthier.
Because we've cooked more, whereas when we're at work we tend to sort of have more sort of quick things, because you don't want to be faffing about when you've been at work all day, whereas we've had much better proper cooked from scratch things since we've been off, haven't we?
And roast dinners on Sunday.
Roast dinners on a Sunday, yeah.
Even if I do get into trouble for making too much washing up.
Oh, I remember that, yeah, the one they were doing was the one with the cats on. Gee, you're gonna go back to that now, and it's gonna be like months, and you'll be forgetting like what it's supposed to look like, even. So,
yeah.
So who even knows when the next company and cake will be, though? So whether it will be this or whether it will be a proper one, we'll have to wait and see. So when we do get back to normal company and cake, it would be nice if more of you could join us, because I say the last few were a bit disappointing in numbers, and I know it's not the same. You don't get the witty repartee of Mum and I necessarily like you are here now.
Why not? We could do.
Yeah, but normally I'm in the kitchen washing up. Somebody has to keep the cogs turning, don't they? I'm not. I'm normally sitting in there on my playing Candy Crush on my phone or something, to be honest. But no, it would be nice if people could come to the proper company and cake. It is a lot of fun. Everyone is very friendly, and we have cake. What's not to like? So, are we on the last 5 minutes now? Have you got anything to share or add with these lovely people?
I don't think so. I should probably think of something when we're switched off, but...
Well, shall we just sit here and wait then, till you've thought of it? We'll just talk amongst yourselves for a minute, till Mum's just thought of something to say.
still thinking.
Yeah, we could be here a long time and the battery might run out before then. And Jan's only just managed to log on late. Say hi. Hi Jan, nice to have you with us. I walked down the railway line a few weeks ago, and I went in Blackmill End, and I came out your bit. And I have to say that garden bit there that you and Anne do looks absolutely amazing. It looks really, really good. So well done to you both. Keep up the good work. If only In Bloom was happening this year, I really think we could factor in the pocket park. I was unsure about it before, but having walked that way myself now, I really think that the pocket park and that bit that you and Anne do would be a great asset to the In Bloom judging. So let's hope it happens next year and we can incorporate that. So it's really good. Jeff's put, if we carry on when we open, you should be able to get until I have to go back to work. Yeah, that would be good. Reg has shared something Jennifer Saunders has posted. If you don't follow Jennifer Saunders on Facebook or Twitter, you really should, because she's hilarious. If you haven't put on a stone, turned into an alcoholic, and have hair that looks like you've dragged through a hedge backwards, then you haven't taken lockdown seriously.
Well, mine looked like Boris Johnson's when I got up this morning.
Somebody else said the other day that it's the lady on the radio they were talking to. She said, I'd got hair like Boris Johnson, and I thought, why is all this? And then I saw him on the news at lunchtime. He was sitting on the green benches in Parliament, and he seriously looked like he'd rolled out of bed. And I just thought, now I know what they mean.
He does it on purpose.
I think he does. He portrays this image of this bumbling buffoon, but actually I think there is a lot more to him than meets the eye. Hopefully next year, Jan, definitely, yeah. As I say, the pocket park and the and that bit that you and Anne do is fantastic. So really hope we can do that for In Bloom next year. Debbie has joined a little bit late, Debbie, but hi, nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. Thank you, Pat. I'm pleased that you managed to find it as well. I did message you today so that you could catch us if you wanted to. Thank you for dropping in. We will stay safe, and we hope to see you again soon. You look after yourself, and say hi to Emma from us as well. Jeff said, when I go somewhere like Great Fen, what do you carry spare lens? I tend not to carry all my spare lenses. I have got a camera bag that it will carry my 4 lenses. And normally my Beast lens has got its own carrying case anyway, but if I'm going specifically just to do nature photography, I'll just put the Beast lens on the camera and carry that around and leave all my others in the car, or I leave them at home even. Monday when I went, I did take my tiny little 50mm lens, which I put in a bum bag, but I don't take all my lenses with me. So you've either got to decide to do one or the other. That's why I took my little lens with me on Monday when I went, because the first time I went, I did just take my Beast lens, and there were some flowers and things, and obviously having the 600mm zoom, you have to stand so far away to get them in focus that it makes a bit pointless. So I did take my little lens as well, but I don't always carry. If I'm going for a specific reason like bird photography or nature photography, I'll just take the Beast lens on the camera and that's it. I don't bother with all the rest of them. Just as I say, Monday I did just carry, it is a tiny lens, it's only a 50mm lens, so it's only about, yay big, so it was easy just to slip in my bum bag. But normally I don't carry a lot of spare lenses around, because you tend not to have a lot of time to switch them up and change them and then mess about with your settings and stuff. So decide what you want to do and just go with that idea. That's basically, that's what I do anyway, and that's what the other girls do from the camera club as well. So that just works for us. And the same, we went to the cemetery down New Road a couple of weeks ago, and we did the same there. We literally just had our big lenses and just walked around there with them. So that's it basically. well, it's past. We've done an hour. We've now got to finish that little job in the kitchen that we started yesterday.
Good luck.
I say we. The same person that waters the beans that doesn't even like them. Isn't it?
Yeah.
But, you know, it's what you do, innit?
Yes.
I do what I can for you, poor old girl, don't I?
But not so much of the old.
So, thank you everybody for joining us again for our third Company and Cake. I hope it was interesting and entertaining for you. Thank you for engaging with us and listening to us and commenting. Don't know whether this was going to be our last one or not. This is one other thing quickly. On the 14th of June, which is a couple of weeks from today, the bakery will have been open for 15 years, minus 3 months that we've just been shut in quarantine. But it'll be our 15th anniversary. So depending on, I don't even know what day of the week that is. I'm not sure what day of the week that is. Let's have a quick look at the calendar. Oh, it's a Sunday. So that might make it difficult then. Depends. Might do something for that. Not sure yet. Depends how it goes. But 15 years. Not bad really, is it? Considering.
No.
Considering when we first bought the place, somebody said, "Oh, that's nice, but you really ought to have been on the other side of the road because you'd have got more people." Yeah. Whatever. So I think we've done all right, actually. So yeah, keep an eye out on the Facebook for that. We might do something on the 14th of June for our 15th anniversary. It's going to be a bit different from anything else. 10-year anniversary, we had champagne with the Mayor and Mayoress of Chatteris, didn't we? If you remember, we had foil balloons up.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
James and Amy, we had champagne with them.
Well, the fifth one we went to.
I'm coming to that.
Oh.
And we also did, we gave sparkling doodah to all of our customers on the Sunday lunchtime. The 5-year anniversary, we were invited to the Houses of Parliament by Steve Barclay and were given a personal guided tour and had champagne afternoon tea in the Pugin room. So our 15th anniversary is going to be a bit of a damp squib in comparison.
A bit of a letdown.
It'll be yeah, I don't know what it'll be, roast dinner and washing up as normal, unless we think of something and we might do it live or something like that. I don't know, maybe even if we don't both do it, maybe I'll do it. I don't know, it depends. We'll see what we come up with, see what sort of reaction we get, but it'd be a shame just to let it pass really when you consider what we've done for our 5th and our 10th, and then our 15th is just, yeah. So make it the 12. That's another 5 years away, Jeff. Yeah, goodness me, I can't even think another 5 days ahead. So thank you all for joining us. We've overrun a little bit now.
Don't matter, does it?
Not really. Although I need to get them tiles down in that kitchen. Keep an eye on our Facebook page. We'll keep you updated with regards to if and when and what's happening with opening and that kind of thing. We'll try and keep engaged with you as well, so that we just, so you know, we're still here and we're still all right, and we know you're all still all right. And yeah, failing with that, we'll see you next month, hopefully, or on the 14th, depending on what happens. So thanks for joining us. Stay alert. That's the new thing, isn't it? Stay alert and stay safe and stay well, and we'll catch you all again soon. Bye.
Bye.